As the lotus arisen in water remains away from the water, similarly the Lord's light is fully prevalent in the world ocean. Whom should I call close to, and whom far from God? Beholding him just present, I sing the praises of God, the treasure of virtue. Within and without there is none other than God. Whatever pleases him, that ultimately happens. Listen, thou Bardhari. Nanak says this after pondering that the pure name is my soul's sport. As a first Guru, in spite of all worship, all penance, and all cleverness, man wanders in wilderness and does not find the way. Without realization of the Lord, none attains poise. Without the name, one has ashes thrown on his face. True and eternal is the Lord. The world comes and goes. The mortal is emancipated by becoming slave of God under Guru's guidance. The world is bound by temporal attachment and many desires. By Guru's teaching, some become detached from these. Within them is the name and their heart lotus blooms. They have no fear of death. The world, overpowered by woman, is attached to lust. Attached to sons and wife, man forgets the name. He wastes away his human life and loses the game. The service of the true Guru is the best avocation. He who utters words of pride openly never applies them in his heart to attain salvation. He who burns the love for wealth under Guru's teaching ever meditates on the immaculate name in his heart. He restrains his wandering mind and keeps it under control. The company of such a disciple is obtained by God's grace. Without the Guru, man goes astray and continues coming and going. If the Lord shows mercy, he unites man in his union. If I describe the supremely beautiful being, I cannot do so. If I discourse the ineffable Lord, then I cannot realize his worth. All pain and pleasure are in thy will, O God. All the pain is eradicated by the true name. On understanding the name divine, man can play on the musical instruments without hands and dance without feet. By realizing the holy word, then he shall see the true Lord. When the true one is within, all happiness is with the man. Showing his mercy, the preserver preserves the mortal. He who effaces his ego sees divine vision in the three world. He who realizes the holy word is absorbed in the true Lord. Meditate on one name, O man, with an uninterrupted love. Nanak says, the blessed Lord confers exaltation on the mortal. As a first Guru, there are innumerable writings, and in continuously writing them, people take pride. If man accepts the truth, then alone he can understand and describe it. Mere words of mouth and continuous reading is an uncalled for load on the mind. There are innumerable scriptures, but the infinite Lord remains ineffable. O man, understand thou that the true Lord alone is such. Know thou that birth and death are subject to Lord's will. Because of the love of wealth, the world is handcuffed by the death's courier. The handcuffed one is realized by contemplating on the name. The Guru is the giver of peace. Don't search another. In this world and the world beyond, he shall stand by thee. If man dies by the word, then he comes to embrace love for the one Lord. If he eats the uneatable evils, then his doubts are dispelled. By abiding the name in the mind, one is emancipated while alive. If man acts on Guru's words, then he merges into true Lord. He who created the earth, sky, and all space, and who established all and then disestablishes his creation, that Lord himself is pervasive among all. He does not consult anybody and himself forgives. Thou, O Lord, art an ocean brimful with pearls and diamonds. Thou art pure, true, and treasure of merits. By meeting spiritual guide, the Guru, man enjoys peace. The Lord himself is the sole sovereign and sole minister. The world is chained, only he is emancipated who stills his ego. The world is full of learned, rare are those practicing truth. The world is full of scholars, rare is the person of contemplation. Without meeting the true Guru, all wander in pride. The world is full of suffering. Rare is the person who is happy. The world is full of maladies. By indulging in the lustful pleasures and having no merits, weeps. The world is born and then losing its honor dies. He who turns Guru ward understands the reality. High is the price and unbearable the weight of the Lord. By Guru's guidance, though enshrine the immovable and undeceivable Lord in thy mind, man meets him through love. He who works under Lord's fear becomes pleasing to him. Humble Nanak says the above after due deliberation. As a first Guru, when a man dies, the five passions meeting together begin to mourn. After casting off ego by God's word, man washes off his filth. He who knows and understands this enters the home of bliss. Without such a understanding, man loses all his honor. Who dies and who does weep for him? Thou, O Lord, art the cause of causes, and thy over